There was a YouTube video I was watching before this referring to the feeling that I feel every day, kind of just living my life. I feel like no matter what I do, no matter how good I treat people, no matter what, um, everything is so difficult. I feel like I'm living my life on a chokehold, and it's just getting tighter every single day. Part of me, like this shit, just I mean, to think about this shit and try to articulate how much it gets to me, and how many thoughts I have about it, and the the bigger scale, like the ladder effect, the butterfly effect that this creates, with uh, everyone living this life who has to go through the chokehold effect every single day, the ramifications that this has on everyone, and how it was engineered just perfectly to make us do it the best we can. We're referring to, working the jobs as best we can, doing social interactions as best we can. And we just are so miserable, and we keep asking for more. Um, so my head is already beginning to spin, so I'm gonna step out of my tangent and try to articulate what I'm talking about. Let's first talk about the job market. Let's first talk about what everyone is going through at a job. There's a job freeze right now, apparently, with many companies. I've been told there's a job freeze. I don't know if it has anything to do with politics or AI or what, but there's a job freeze. And so, if you don't have a job already, it's going to be very hard to get one. So, there's that, first of all. Second of all, if you do have a job, the management just fucking uh, um uh, the management just do not care about you. What's worse is they just pretend like they care about you, and they say things that reflect that of someone who does care about someone else, but behind your back it's completely different. The managers, and something that is becoming so much more prominent in the way that America works, not just with managers. Everyone just wants to find any type of way to get the job done as fast as they can while still getting paid good, and no one contests them, no one says anything to them, no one does anything to them. The managers just want bitches that do everything they want. They just want a lapdog that does everything, while they get to go back home and not lead by example, and go home early while the people below do all of the work. Um, that's the mentality that America is headed to. And I work two jobs. At both of my jobs, this is present. The manager, they're in, and they're in and out. Some of them work 4 days. Sometimes they work 4 days a week. Sometimes they work 3 days a week. And everyone below them is slaving away, trying, like, kind of like begging, can I please get more hours? Can I please get a raise? Can I please? And they're like, no, 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 you're not doing good enough. You need to start listening to me. You're not doing good enough. You can do better. And uh, I'm not going to grant you any of that stuff because uh, I don't have to. I'm the manager. And guess what? If you don't like it, the door's right there. And I'm trying to articulate all of this without making my head spin and going all in different directions. So that's the mentality. And they pretty much just give us slop and we have to eat it because we need to work. So that's the mentality. Um, and if we don't like it, we got to leave. And so what this does is it's scaring people. It's making people submissive. People don't understand. There needs to be millions of us who stand up. There needs to be millions of people who stand up. There needs to be people who say, you know what, I don't like this. That needs to happen. Otherwise, we're screwed. But it won't, because now with the internet, people just don't give a fuck no more. They just, oh my God, they're just scrolling every chance they get. They're on TikTok every chance they get. They just, they're stimulated, you know? They can't get, they get their stimulation, their, their feel goods from the fucking app. And it just causes them to fiend for more. And to the point where everything around them is just canceled out. The bullshit they're going through at work is canceled out. I mean, social media has led us to have zero desire to stand up for what's wrong in life. And this is such a toxic, this is such a venomous thing that's happening, because it's just now started, but once it curates, once it culminates, once it becomes powerful, dude, it's just going to be the norm. Eat this slop. I need the job, so I'm going to keep on eating the slop. And the outliers, the ones who say stuff, they get thrown out easy, because they're in the minority. The majority of people just want to fucking uh, eat the slop, watch TikTok, and go home and watch Netflix. They're okay with this life. And it sucks to think that the United States is supposed to be a country where you say what's on your mind and you get rewarded for it. You tell someone else that they're doing wrong and you get rewarded for it. Now it's like you have to be careful you're not stepping on anyone's toes. You have to be careful that you're not offending anyone. You have to walk on eggshells with everyone. My entire generation just doesn't understand it. My generation, I swear to God, I don't want to be here when my generation is the majority of people. My generation is evil. The Gen Z is evil. My generation is evil, emotional. They don't want to listen to anyone. Entitled, um, distracted. We're not going to lead the country. We're not going to do any of this. I'm looking at the writing on the wall. It's it just really makes my head spin. And when the majority of people are just pieces of shit, how the hell can you be a good person? There's no way you can be a good person. It's just impossible. There's no way. And so this has been plaguing my mind. I'm not even on social media that much. I don't scroll anymore like I used to. Um, Sometimes I'll catch myself doing it, but like if I do it for like more than like 30 seconds, I quit. So I'm not addicted to social media, and and I was beginning to see these things before, but now that I'm not on social media as much, I'm just seeing it every day, every day, every day, every day. Dude, I eat lunch at work, and everyone is just like on their phone. Everyone is just on their phone. No one talks, especially the American people. It's usually like the foreigners that are talking to each other, you know? The Americans, we don't talk anymore. It's just, it's just this. We are wasting our lives. This is how people, this is how people above us control us. This is how it works. This is how it happens, and no one cares. I just, I, I'm so tired of being the only guy who I feel like cares about this. Shit is not looking good, man. And